Good morning, everybody. This morning I'm going through A Course in Miracles Complete and Annotated Edition, Chapter 19, From Sin to Peace, Section 4, The Obstacles to Peace. Now, this one goes through lots of nice little golden nuggets of wisdom, and what I'm going to attempt to do is wherever it says your relationship or your special relationship, I'm going to add with animals or with farm animals. So we can just anchor our minds into this teaching, because the Course really does says we have a relationship with all different brothers. We have relationships with our partners, our friends and family, our co-workers, strangers, and yeah, we have a very deep and intimate relationship with animals, particularly a very egoic relationship with farm animals if we're still eating them. So it's, it is a massive obstacle to peace, because as we've seen in the last section that we went through, everything we do to others, we do to ourselves out of this deep self-hatred and guilt. And we are being called to heal our relationships on the level of mind, and naturally that extends to the level of form. And he does say you will be grateful that you'll see what you do, because it will point back to the mind and tell you where in the mind you've still got confusion. And so if we see our bodies, see that our bodies are still going to the supermarket and paying for to eat corpses, we know that that level of mind isn't healed, because if it were, if we had a beautiful relationship, a healed relationship with animals, we just love them. We wouldn't put them in this position that they're in, where they're commodified, objectified, made a profit out of without their consent, enslaved. Some of them may be put in nice happy, what seem to be happy farms, but it's almost a greater betrayal, because their death is a shock. They've trusted and loved their caretakers, and the caretakers have seen them as something to get something out of their body, which is very egoic, and have actually sent, sometimes farmers say, oh, they're like my children, but they've popped their children on a truck and sent them off to this awful place where they're lined up and watch each other die, and they're terrified. So, that's not, that isn't in line with love. It's very clear picture of the laws of chaos, which is that I want to get the precious pearl, tear the precious pearl from my brother's body. Yeah, so let's heal our relationship with all the sons of God. It's just about love. It really is just extending this love that we have. The Course in Miracles community are a beautiful, loving community, willing to look at all their hidden hatreds generally, and so we all want to sort of get to this state of heaven. Otherwise we wouldn't be here under this guidance of the Course in Miracles. So yeah, let's extend our love more and more, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and everybody I know who has given themselves over to this beautiful love of animals and harmlessness and gentleness, say they are not one of them would say they regretted it. They see it as this beautiful enhancement of Jesus' love that he wants us to know and find within ourselves, because we already do love, as the Course says, we already do love. We're just removing the obstacles. So that leads me back to the obstacles to peace. So I'm going to read on. Your relationship with farm animals is now a temple of healing, a place where all the weary ones can come and rest and find rest. Sorry, that was like hyphenated and I got a bit confused for what I was saying. I'll start again. Your relationship with farm animals is now a temple of healing, a place where all the weary ones can come and find rest. Here is the rest that waits for all after the journey. Isn't that beautiful? This rest that waits for all, not just some, all the sons of God. And in your relationship with them is the temple of healing, where they can know that they're loved, because they really are suffering a lot, because we are all believing in this kill or be killed idea that the ego has implanted, has ruled over us, where the weary ones can come and find rest. Beautiful. And it is brought nearer to all by your relationship with farm animals. So when we have a healed relationship with farm animals, it's brought nearer to all beings, to all minds. And this peace expands from deep inside yourself to embrace all the sonship and give it rest. It will encounter many obstacles. So he's warning us, there's going to be obstacles to this beautiful peace that extends to all of the sonship. All the human, amphibian, fish, birds, mammals, all these beautiful little living beings with feelings and families and personalities and, just this love of God. And, the ego is going to set up a lot of obstacles to that. Some of them you will try to interpose. You, and it says you in italics, so he's sort of saying you, he's pointing to the ego mind. Others will seem to arise from elsewhere, from your brothers, and from various aspects of the world outside. So it might be that people will try and say to you, oh, you can't live healthily if you don't eat animals. Or they might say, what you're doing is wrong. Like, it's interesting that when you say, I love animals, and I'm no longer using them for anything, a lot of people come out of the woodworks to say you're wrong. And how could that be wrong? There is nothing wrong with loving animals and refraining from harm. It's beautiful, and that there's nothing wrong with that, and it's actually something I feel that is part of this beautiful healing of the mind. So some of these various aspects will seem to come from the world outside, but peace will gently cover them, extending past completely unhindered. So that's nice. The extension of the Holy Spirit's purpose from your relationship to farm animals to bring them gently in has already begun. That's lovely. So the Holy Spirit does have a purpose for your relationship to farm animals, to bring them gently into your love's awareness, and it's already begun. This is the way in which he brings the means and goal in line. So the means is the relationship, and the goal is just this beautiful peace. The peace he laid deep within both of you will extend to every aspect of your lives. So, surrounding both of you with glowing happiness and calm awareness of complete protection. That's so beautiful. So the peace he laid deep within both of you, you and the farm animal, will quietly extend to every aspect of your lives. So your life and their life. That peace will enter their lives as well. Surrounding both of you with glowing happiness and calm awareness of complete protection. So we both, this peace protects us both. And when you go to these rescue farms where the real intention, they take rescued animals from places where they've been cruelly treated, and they don't take them to milk them and shear them and farm them out and take their eggs. They take them to just to be the love and to share the love and invite the public to come and meet them and make a connection and a relationship with them. And these animals respond with such love, like they just, I've seen videos, they play and they frolic, and they're just, something in them becomes so aware of this glowing happiness that their lives have a now new purpose in the world. The purpose isn't to be food, to be killed and eaten. Their purpose is to educate people about how lovely they are. I mean, what a job. My job is to just get people to love me. I mean, that sounds pretty in line with the Holy Spirit's purpose, to love. My job is to love and be loved. If that sounds like a totally in line with the purpose of the Holy Spirit and forgiveness. And you will carry its message of love and safety and freedom to every animal who draws nigh unto your temple, where healing waits for him. Isn't that beautiful? I'm a bit gushy today. So we bring this message of love and safety and freedom to all the animals that draw nigh to our temple of love, where healing waits for him. Earlier on I was just reading Myself is the ruler of the universe, and he says, like it sort of brings this awareness of the power of the mind, and how that when we join our will with his capital H, we become the ruler of the universe, and there's nothing that his will through us cannot do. So if his will is total happiness, God's will for me is perfect happiness. God's will for animals, farm animals, is perfect happiness too. And so imagine, like, if that's his will, why would not this beautiful temple of love not be profoundly powerful in this world of as a lesson of extending love beyond the separation. There's separation that says there's others that are different to me and I'm more important than them and I want to be special. And like the clearest split is between species, and one species is more special, more important, and it takes from the other species simply because it can. And as miracle workers, we're just drawing this species back into our hearts and saying, you're one with me, my beautiful animal brother, and I would not attack you because I would only be attacking myself. And in fact, it's even better than that. I will firstly refrain from attacking, and then I'll just join with you in this beautiful love. And it goes on. You will not wait to give him, the farm animal, this, for you will call to him and he will answer, recognizing in your call the call of God, and you will draw him in and give him rest as it was given you. So we receive the peace of God, and then we draw the farm animals in to give them rest as it was given to us. Why not give what we receive? We give what we receive to keep it. And we receive the peace of God and we give that to our brothers, our beautiful animal brothers. All this will you do, but the peace that already lies deeply within must first expand and flow across the obstacles you placed before it. So he's suggesting that we've placed these obstacles before the peace. This ego mind has placed it. So he's going to give us these, this help to remove the obstacles. It's exciting. This it will do, for nothing that is undertaken with the Holy Spirit remains unfinished. Wow. You can indeed be sure of nothing that you see outside you, but of this you can be sure. Holy Spirit asks that you offer him a resting place. Him. Now that's a capital H, so the Holy Spirit asks you to offer the Holy Spirit a resting place where you will rest in him. So it's like I'm agreeing to let him rest in me, and yet it means I will rest in him. He answered you and entered your relationship with farm animals. Now sometimes this relationship with farm animals, when we see what's happening to them, it can be quite stressful and tiring and wearing and weary. And so I think the Holy Spirit is asking us really to just have him there with us so we can rest in him and know that he won't leave anything unfinished, to know the goal is sure, to know that love is and has entered the world and there's nothing that will stop it. We just simply play our part. Would you not now return to his graciousness and enter into a relationship with him? For it is he who offered your relationship with farm animals the gift of holiness, without which it would have been forever impossible to appreciate each other. Yeah, so how can we appreciate each other? It would be impossible without this love and understanding that we're one. We'd be continuing along this path of the ego that says kill or be killed. excuse me, the gratitude you owe him, the Holy Spirit, he asks, but that you receive for him. So he's saying that we owe the Holy Spirit gratitude, but instead of giving it to him, he asks that you receive the gratitude for him. So when you do this helpfulness, he talks about helpfulness in the world, and he says, you cannot be wholly helpful without being wholly harmless. That's a part of the Course. And so this harmlessness is the helpfulness. And when we help others, the gratitude, we give gratitude to the Holy Spirit. This is a way of experiencing and giving gratitude. There's another section in one of the lessons that says, we give thanks to God when we release others from chains and we release ourselves from chains. So yeah, this is beautiful freedom and forgiveness and letting go of our ego use of others, of farm animals, and that's how we offer gratitude to him. And when you look with gentle graciousness upon each other, the farm animal and you look upon each other with gentle graciousness, and gentleness is harmlessness, according to the Manual for Teacher, you are beholding him, the Holy Spirit, for you are looking where he is and not apart from you. So you're seeing the holiness, the holy relationship, when you look with gentle graciousness upon each other. And you don't have to worry about whether he's looking upon you with gentle graciousness. You just need to look upon him with gentle graciousness. And animals really respond so beautifully. Like, they just, if you give an animal love, you know, like, it will just love you. These farm animals, like pigs, they love belly rubs. They're so sweet. They smile like dogs. You know, you see them in slaughterhouse trucks and they're crying and their mouths are sad. And when you see them in people's homes, they're smiling. Their eyes are smiling. Their mouths are smiling. They roll over for belly rubs. Cows, you know, they play. They love to have cuddles and strokes, and chickens, you know. They all, you know, I've seen turkeys run up with their wings to wrap around their human and give them a cuddle. Yeah, it's just lovely. It's just so beautiful. So much love available. You cannot see the Holy Spirit, but you can see your brothers truly. So, you know, the Holy Spirit's not going to appear as a body in perception, but you can see your brothers, your animal brothers, truly, and the light in them will show you, and the light in them will show all that you need to see. So when you see that love in your animal brothers, that light will show you all you need to see about the Spirit. When the peace in you has been extended to encompass everyone, all sentient beings, he says, everyone, the Holy Spirit's function here will be accomplished. So that's the Holy Spirit's function, for everyone to see, to extend peace, to encompass everyone. So how can we help Holy Spirit's function? We need to extend this peace to every single being. and it's only then that it will be accomplished. And apparently it's already been accomplished, but it seems to be somewhere in time and space. That time is set, but it can come forward depending on if we collapse time through our miracles. What need is there for seeing then, when God has taken the last step himself? The Holy Spirit will gather all your thanks and gratitude that you offered him and lay them gently before his Creator in the name of his most holy Son. And the Father will accept them in his name. What need is there of seeing in the presence of his gratitude? So that's a lovely, beautiful vision, and I invite you to take this journey with me, to remove the obstacles to peace. So he's given us this beautiful vision of what can be, and then we'll go through the obstacles of peace in some other videos. Maybe I'll just run through which ones they are. So the first obstacle is the desire to get rid of it. And it talks about the messengers of love. The second obstacle is the belief the body is valuable for what it offers. And you can imagine what that would be with animals, farm animals. The attraction to pain. The third obstacle, the attraction of death. Just flicking through here. The infancy of salvation, which is around the fear of death. The fourth obstacle, the fear of God. And yeah, it's the journey's end is part of that. And that's it. So we have 4 obstacles that we're going to look at. Okay, everybody, love you. Have a beautiful day. Spread that beautiful love, sparkle it everywhere, shine it out, and you will have so much love in your heart shining back at you. Okay, bye. Come into our senses. Take us to the garden of your